Now, I want to talk about this post I made recently. And as usual on LinkedIn, I'm putting a lot of my thoughts that I haven't said in over a decade, but it's time to let them out because industry needs to be challenged. But I want to read through this post and break down what I meant, and maybe it'll make more sense. I don't want to be too long, but let's go over it. So I start off with the problem with the mental performance industry is that you have 10,000 people saying the exact same thing: breathe, mindfulness, visualize, blah, blah, blah. All honesty is getting lame, and on top of the most of you come off as if you're helping old ladies cross the street or Girl Scouts selling cookies. Why aren't you thinking for yourself instead of teaching bootleg arts and crafts projects? I want to create dogs. High performers don't need this coddling. When is it going to change? I swear I can't be the only one over the direction of this industry. I feel like y'all scared. It's 2025, time to evolve. If it's just me, then so be it. But this industry needs a system reset now. Let's recap that real quick. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what I meant because a lot of people interpret my posts in their own way, but I'm telling you directly what I meant by it. So when I say 10,000 people doing the same thing, obviously way more than 10,000 people doing the same thing, but 10,000 just sounded good. But there's a lot of people mimicking what they see others do. I talk about survivorship bias, how everyone just shares posts from other high performing athletes or military, whatever, and they just say how great it is to see these techniques being used, which I think is lazy. It's very lazy, but that's what it is. When I say the things like doing box breathing drills or mindfulness visualization, these are just techniques. And as I always say, you're not selling techniques. This is not what people buy into monetarily or actual buy into your program. They buy into what you can cause them to do, how to cause them to feel, what they can gain from it. All this other stuff is just a tool. Imagine a dumbbell, right? A fitness trainer is not going to say, hey, we have the best dumbbells. That sounds so stupid. But guess what? That's how you guys sound sometimes when you're trying to pitch these techniques. A dumbbell that's 20 pounds, regardless of the brand, is going to get the job done. You need to figure out how to get the client to want to even pick up the dumbbell. Now, when I say honestly it's getting lame, I truly mean that. I'm 36. I'm not the oldest guy and the youngest guy, but I come from a generation of being the best, and being the best ain't sitting there copy and doing cookie cutter things that look like everyone else. It's not saying you got to reinvent the wheel. I don't do that. I do what is sound in the foundation, sound in the science, but I do it in a practical manner that does deviate a lot from the norms. And it gets shunned a lot. I've been through all types of conferences. I've been looked at like, what the heck is he doing? It is what it is, but this is something I've gone through. I say it looks like you're helping the old ladies cross the street or selling Girl Scouts cookies. That's being funny, but it really wasn't. A lot of you do sound like that. This is very, this is very directed, not at anyone specific, because a lot of y'all do it. I would say 95% of y'all do this. So take it as you will. Why can't you think out yourself instead of teaching bootleg arts and crafts projects? Simply put, a lot of what's out there, I've seen it. And I've seen people go crazy for it. It looks like something you would did at summer camp, journaling, cutting out things that look like, it looks like arts and crafts. I'm not even being funny. And if it is more like gamified, it looks like some cheesy, lame game. I'm calling it what it is, guys. And you can sit there and say, oh, I'm being critical. What am I doing? Look at my track record. It speaks for itself. I said, I want to create dogs. If you don't know what that means, you obviously in the wrong industry. Dogs meaning I want to create the beast, whether they're practitioners working with me or for me, or people I'm working with. We're not sitting here trying to be cutesy wootsy over here. I said high performers don't need this coddling. When is it going to change? Now, I'm not saying anyone's doing anything right or anyone's doing anything wrong, but it seems that way, y'all way, is the only way that gets pushed. And then the way I do it, I don't know everything. Like I said, I'm only 36. I still got learning to do. But the way I do it, no one's really doing. And no one even asks. It's very few people. Like I have some people who do ask, and I'm grateful for those who are interested because it means a lot. Because I work my butt off. Like I eat, sleep, and breathe this literally. I've given my life literally for this. So I appreciate those who do ask me questions or ask about my methods. But all in all, it's few and far between. Even people on my team sometimes don't get it. And that's a different story because there's a monopoly on this industry. Now, the last part I say is I swear I can't be the only one over here, over the direction, over this industry. So saying there gotta be more of y'all out there. Like I said, there is some, but it needs to be more. Now, I feel like a lot of y'all scared, meaning you don't either want to go against the status quo or you just don't know better. Which one is it? You're scared or you're dumb? Or it's 2025 and you're just not up with the times. Guess what? They say the first one through the wall gets the bloodiest. Looks like I'm bleeding. Who's trying to get cut up? It ain't fun, but it gets you to where you need to be. Just like we tell people we need to do better as a performer. Why the hell do we don't hold y'all to that same standard? Why? Or she can have an echo chamber. Everyone dap each other up at conferences, shake each other's hands, pat each other on the back. Or we can do something different. I'm just ranting right now, I guess, but this is where the post was going. Now, if you look at some of the comments, some people question things and they kind of prove my point. You talk about people needing X amount of years, and it's like, you don't need years to understand what to do. Yes, experience gives you more ability to apply it, but if you went through the degree programs and got the proper training, y'all get all these degrees and certifications, why do you need an extra 10, 20 years to figure crap out? Imagine an athlete saying, "Oh, I'll figure it out and get better and work on it when I turn pro." It's an oxymoron because you wouldn't even become pro in the first place. And that's what I mean by this. Another person said, understanding like the nervous system, free game. I have a experience in strength and conditioning, exercise physiology, as well as neuroscience, cognitive science, personality. I've done it all. I'm not the best at it all by no means. But since I've dabbled in so many, I get the premises. That's not my point. It's not saying don't do that. It's just saying that shouldn't be the preface. Imagine going to the gym, using another fitness analogy, and you just do some dynamic stretches and then do some static stretches and then go home. You didn't lift any weights. You didn't run any sprints. The adaptive part of that workout did not happen. You just did the prehab or the warm up. And that's pretty much what sports psychology has become, a bunch of warming up and people tooting their horns because you taught someone how to warm up. And then for the other people who did got to see my point, cool. I've talked to some of them personally before. But all in all, this is what I meant by that post. And I'm going to keep saying it. And it's going to get a little more aggressive, not because I'm mad or nothing. Like, in the day, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Y'all going to do what y'all going to do. But the paradigm is shifting. And if I got to keep hitting that shift button, yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to do that. So take from that what you will. Get your mind right.